The three theories of American democracy: pluralism, elite and class theory, and hyperpluralism. First, we have pluralist theory. Pluralist theory emphasizes that politics are mainly a competition among groups, each one pressing for its own preferred politics. Groups with shared interests influence public policy by pressing their concerns through organized efforts. According to pluralism, no one party can dominate, and many groups compete with each other for control. The National Rifle Association, the National Organization for Women, and the United Auto Workers are examples of specific interest groups working to further their political goals. Pluralists are generally optimistic that the public interest will eventually prevail in the making of public policy through a complex process of bargaining and compromise. They believe that rather than speaking of majority rule, we should speak of groups of minorities working together. The next theory is elite and class theory. Elite and class theory argues that society is divided on a basis of class lines and that the upper class elite control government. The source of this power originates from wealth. Currently, 1/3 of the United States' wealth is held by 1% of the entire population. Elite and class theory suggests that it is this 1% that controls policy-making decisions, since they can finance campaigns and exercise power over large institutions and corporations. Big business lies at the center of elite dominance. The Reagan administration made the greatest effort to further big business and exceeded expectations dramatically. It was a time that reveled in wealth, glorified capitalism, and marketed the political ascent of the richer third of America. The most extreme supporters of elite theory believe that it doesn't matter who holds office in Washington. It will all time back to corporations. Many obviously disagree with this standpoint. But as stated in an American Political Science Association report, citizens with lower or moderate incomes speak with a whisper that is lost in the ears of inattentive government officials, while the advantaged roar with the clarity and consistency that policymakers readily hear and routinely follow. The third theory of American democracy is hyperpluralism. Hyperpluralism is pluralism gone sour. This theory states that groups are so strong that government is weakened and unable to act. Hyperpluralism makes it difficult for government to create policy, leaving them in policy gridlock. Our fragmented political system containing governments with overlapping jurisdictions is one major factor that contributes to this. Any policy requiring the cooperation of the national, state, and local levels of government can be hampered by the reluctance of any one of them. Groups creating hyperpluralism divide government and its authority. When politicians attempt to satisfy all of these groups, the result is incomprehensible policy. Hyperpluralist theory suggests that public interest can rarely become public policy.